All right, let's talk about something that affects millions of men, an enlarged prostate. It's so often just chalked up to getting older, but what if that's not the whole story? What if you could actually do something about it, naturally? Well, stick around, because that's exactly what we're going to break down.
Does this sound familiar? You're up half the night, you feel this constant pressure, and when you finally do go, it's, well, less than satisfying. It's maddening, right? It messes with your day, it wrecks your sleep, but you don't just have to put up with it.
So, over the next few minutes, we're going to look at your prostate like it has its own alarm system. We'll figure out why that alarm is blaring 24/7, and, more importantly, we'll cover the simple, natural steps you can take to find the off switch and finally get some peace and quiet.
And first off, if you're dealing with this, you are so far from alone. I mean, look at that number. Over half of all men over 50 are in the same boat. So the takeaway here isn't just that it's common, it's that it's solvable.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Before we can fix the problem, we've got to understand what's actually causing it. So what is this alarm system I'm talking about, and why is it going haywire?
So your prostate is normally a pretty small gland, right? About the size of a walnut. But when it gets chronically irritated and inflamed, it can swell up to the size of an orange. Just picture that for a second. It's a massive difference. And when that happens, it starts to squeeze the urethra, which is the tube that lets urine act, and suddenly, you got a major traffic jam.
So why does it swell up like that? Well, think of it as a simple, four-step chain reaction. First, something sets off the alarm. Maybe it's inflammatory food or some other toxin. Step 2, your immune system rushes to the scene, ready for a fight. Step 3, the prostate itself swells up, almost like it's putting on armor for protection. And finally, Step 4, that constant state of swelling puts the squeeze on everything around it, and that's when you start feeling all those frustrating symptoms.
So if inflammation is the enemy, what's triggering it? For a lot of us, the answer is right there on our plate. Let's dig into 6 of the most common dietary triggers that are basically pushing that alarm button over and over again.
First on the list, conventional dairy. Cow's milk, cheese, butter, they're full of growth hormones and a specific protein called A1 casein that can really irritate the prostate. An easy experiment? Just try cutting it out for a couple of weeks and see how you feel. And don't worry, there are great swaps out there like goat cheese and almond milk that are way gentler on your system.
Next up, those common vegetable oils. You know the ones: corn, canola, soybean oil. The problem is, when you heat them, they can create some really nasty compounds that just fuel inflammation. But this is an easy fix. Just make the switch to stable, healthy fats for cooking, like good old olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil.
All right, trigger number 3, and it's a big one: sugar and refined starches. Things like bread, pasta, and biscuits cause your insulin to spike. And that, in turn, revs up a hormone called DHT, which is a major driver of prostate growth. The solution? Get back to basics. Eat real food: meat, fish, vegetables. And if you get a craving for something sweet, a handful of berries is your best friend.
Now, this one's interesting because not all soy is the bad guy here. We're talking about the super processed stuff, the soy protein isolates you find in things like protein bars and some vegan products. That stuff can mess with your hormones and actually block your body from absorbing zinc, which is critical for prostate health. Fermented soy, on the other hand, like miso or tempeh, totally different story. The fermentation process takes care of those harsh compounds.
Okay, I know, this one might be tough to hear, but beer can be a really big trigger. The hops it's made from are full of phytoestrogens, which can throw your natural hormone balance out of whack. It also puts a strain on your liver. Maybe just try swapping it for a while with some sparkling water and lemon, or even a kombucha, and see how you feel.
And finally, our last trigger: caffeine and diet sodas. The caffeine itself can be a major bladder irritant, and the artificial sweeteners in diet drinks often do the same thing, just making you feel like you have to go more often. A fantastic alternative is green tea. You still get a nice, gentle energy lift, but it's also packed with antioxidants that are known to help soothe the prostate. Okay, so we've covered all the things to take out. Now for the good part, what to add in. Let's focus on the amazing natural remedies that can actively help heal and soothe the prostate. And hey, this isn't just guesswork. The science is there to back it up. I mean, take this study for example. Men taking pumpkin seed oil saw real, measurable improvements, better urinary flow, and way fewer middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. It just proves that the right nutrients can make a world of difference. So here are 3 absolute powerhouses to start with:
Pumpkin seed oil is fantastic because it helps block that pesky DHT hormone. Then you have organic tomato paste. When you cook it with a little olive oil, it releases a powerful antioxidant called lycopene that can actually help shrink prostate tissue. And finally, there's stinging nettle root, a time-tested herb that's great for calming inflammation. Simple, right?
And to back all this up, you want to make sure you're getting these key nutrients. Your prostate actually has receptors for vitamin D, magnesium helps relax the muscle tissue, zinc is just non-negotiable for a calm prostate, and vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. Together, they're like the perfect support team for healing.
Now, it's not all about what you eat. How we move, or more importantly, how we don't move, plays a huge role too. Let's look at a few simple physical tweaks that can help release pressure and get things flowing properly again. I love this analogy because it's so perfect. When you sit for hours on end, you're just putting constant direct pressure on your whole pelvic area. You're literally stepping on the hosepipe, and then we wonder why the flow is blocked. It's simple physics.
The good news is you can fight back with just a few minutes of simple stretching every day. That's it. A gentle knee-to chest stretch, a few bridge lifts, or even just holding a deep squat for 30 seconds. All of these help open up your pelvis, improve circulation, and give everything down there a little room to breathe.
Okay, that was a lot of information, I know. We've talked about the why, the triggers, the remedies, and the right movements. So how do we put it all together into a plan that actually works? Let's break it down.
Here it is, your 5-step action plan. First, avoid the triggers we talked about. And a bonus tip, stop drinking liquids a few hours before bed. It's a game changer. Second, add in those key nutrients. Third, use the powerhouse remedies like pumpkin seed oil. Fourth, get moving every day. Those simple stretches are perfect. And fifth, maybe the most important step of all, be consistent. This is about progress, not perfection. Just stick with it.
And always remember this. Your body has an amazing innate ability to heal. It wants to be in balance. Our job isn't to force it. It's to get the obstacles out of the way and just give it the right support it needs to do its thing.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. What's the one simple change you're going to start with today? Not tomorrow, today. Are you going to swap your cooking oil? Try one of those stretches? Maybe just add some pumpkin seeds to your breakfast.